What if I told you the closest win of Shane Van Gisbergen's entire NASCAR career almost wasn't a win at all? At Sonoma, he crossed the line just 357 seconds ahead. And his own crew chief admits they got lucky. Stick around, because what happened in those final laps explains everything. And hey, real quick, if you're a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. So here's what went down at Sonoma Raceway. In the final corner of the race, Chase Briscoe nearly caught up to the back bumper of Shane Van Gisbergen. SVG held him off, but only just. He won by 0.3 seconds. That's the closest margin of victory in any of his 14 NASCAR wins so far. Now, you'd think a win like that would feel triumphant in the garage. But Trackhouse Racing Stephen Doran, who's been SVG's crew chief on the number 97 car, said something pretty honest afterward. He admitted they actually had the slower car in those closing laps. And that Van Gisbergen had to make up the difference himself. Speaking on Inside the Race, Doran shared what SVG told him after the checkered flag. According to Doran, Van Gisbergen said when he tried to go, he just didn't have anything left. SVG wasn't even sure why. He wondered if it was because he got caught up in traffic behind Daniel Suarez in the number 7 and Cody Ware in the number 51, which warmed his tires up more than usual. But either way, SVG was clear with his crew chief. He didn't have anything else to give. Doran put it plainly. He said it was lucky they had SVG in that car, because otherwise he doesn't think they win that race. But here's the thing. That wasn't a one-time comment made in the heat of the moment. In the post-race press conference at Sonoma, Doran said something very similar. He said, "Thank God they have Van Gisbergen, because without him, they wouldn't be standing there at all." And it turns out the car troubles went back further than just that final stretch. Doran revealed that the team did a lot of work overnight trying to make the car better. He admitted he still wasn't entirely sure what Van Gisbergen didn't like about it, but said SVG had basically hated the car all weekend. By race day, Doran said the car was slightly better, but still not great, and by his own admission, not as good as it had been the year before. So, despite all of that, Van Gisbergen still found a way to win. Doran has been his crew chief since the start of the 2025 season, and together they've now won 7 Cup races over the past 2 years. As for where that leaves Van Gisbergen in the bigger picture, he currently sits 14th in the championship standings, 36 points above the Chase cut line. So here's the question for you. If SVG can win the closest race of his career with a car his own team admits wasn't great, what does that tell you about him as a driver heading into the rest of the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. We'll see you in the next one.